I'm always a controversial one. But as you guys know, there's a story that I wanted to talk about for a while. And I don't know if you heard of it. The Travis Rudolph.
Oh boy.
And it made me, the one I was telling you about, where else, what's it called? The girl was,
Oh yeah, that was a juicy story.
yeah, and I sat there and I was thinking to myself, like, how can I actually really bring this up? Because every time people always call me, I hate women, or this, that, and the third, or, I'm always attacking, that's fine. But I just feel like I'm just honest, and I think that's the thing about it. Like I'm a person who likes context. I'm a person who likes to sit there and actually understand what's going on completely before I react, because that's the same thing with the, the whole Tory Lanez thing. Yes, that nigga is guilty as fuck. He should stay in prison, and he getting deported back to Canada. Thank God for those things.
Took you a while to get there, huh?
No, it didn't take me a while. I said I wasn't gonna jump to conclusions because everyone was so eager.
Just keep going.
Yeah, come on, just keep going.
That's why I can't stay.
Sorry.
This is it. But in this situation, this is like, I really do want people to just really take the time to actually sit there and say, just take some breathing space. Obviously, if this was anyone else, I feel like Travis Rudolph isn't enough. Like, he's not a star in football. He's not, one of those, like he's not
well
very
known.
Exactly. So it's not, this case was it was there, but it was only there because of the craziness behind it, of obviously the
Right.
woman in itself. But I think when it came down to it, I think I was very concerned of just like, what if this was like a high star celebrity, like, or just like anyone who's just like really out there. I don't think we would be focusing on the information as much as they did within, like, I'm talking about public opinion. We're not. The court was gonna, because this nigga's life was in, like, literally, he was in prison. Or not, or either he was in jail. But he was in jail,
Right.
Literally,
Right.
and it's crazy. Like, it's like, this nigga was in jail, sat there, and he basically had to just sit in jail because of something that was just so stupid,
Right. Yeah.
from the get-go. And it's like, obviously he's gonna hate when I say this, but Charlamagne said something really great. He said, literally, we have to, what's it called? Listen to women, but believe
Facts,
the,
right?
the evidence.
Okay.
Believe evidence, listen to women. And I think that's the thing that we had to sit there. But that's not the case that we, especially within public opinion, especially nowadays, people aren't trying to listen to the evidence. Everyone's just quick and just like really into just saying, okay, yeah, he did it. Yeah, he did it. In a sense, I feel like, especially when it's that big of a person who is, if this was Chris Brown, well, never mind. You know what? That's a bad example because he just has so much on him. It's hard. His context is just hard with his track record. But let's say if this was Giveon,
He did that shit.
I mean, but that's the thing. Like, people are just quick to run with the story instead of just sitting there and saying, let's just see the evidence. Let's see this play out. I think I have to play devil's advocate when it comes down to things, unless all the info has come out and I'm like, okay, this is obvious. But like, a lot of times, it just don't be.
So you're just saying that people are way too quick to blame men.
Not men. Don't do that. I'm not saying that.
No, I'm trying to ask you.
I just feel like people are just way too quick to just jump to conclusions when it comes down to listen to women, because I feel like we should listen, but we shouldn't just believe what they're saying when it comes down to it. Because he was saying, everyone's saying, Charlamagne and the Breakfast Club are saying that, believe all women. But I don't think we should, because it was actually funny, because they said if you believe all women, this is on the Brilliant Idiots, but they said if you believe all women, men would be dead, because like men wouldn't exist. And then it's like, that's a great point, because I feel like we're so quick to jump to that conclusion. And if we just jump to those conclusions when it comes down to when women say things, look at Emmett Till. Look at obviously that's a black and white scenario. But yeah, when it comes down to those things, it's just literally. I just feel like we just gotta like just relax and take a breather and just like just.
I don't
just
feel that that's
see
true.
it through.
That we just automatically believe what women say, though. I do think that because of women's history, if you want to talk about context and track records and stuff like that, I think that we are trying to give women more of an opportunity to feel open to like
Of course,
speak about things.
no, that's what I'm saying. We should listen. I think people weren't listening back then. They didn't care. They didn't care what women were saying.
They didn't care at all.
I feel like we should listen, but we shouldn't just because like when it came out, everyone would just believe what they're saying. That was the concept. But it's like no one was sitting there and saying like the concept was listening, but no one was just listening. Everyone was just jumping to conclusions and saying that's what happened. And I think we should sit there and just take the time out to listen. But
and
don't
are you
just
talking?
believe.
You talking about not only in this situation, but all situations?
A lot of situations.
Or a lot of situations.
Especially when it comes down to like, it's just way too many niggas getting canceled left and right. Like, and obviously canceled is always a perspective because no one really cares if a lot from what it seems like, if Bill Cosby didn't go to prison, I feel like he would still be successful in a sense because it's just like, Bill Cosby, if he all those things that he didn't go through trial and basically everything he came out not a free man, like it wasn't enough evidence. You know how they do when they're like this is not enough evidence, so they just let the person go.
Yeah.
If he walked, they would have canceled him, and still he would have still been successful. He would have still been doing things left and right, but because he obviously was convicted, he can't do nothing.
I don't think he would have been doing things. Bill Cosby's
I'm not saying doing things, but I'm saying he's still gonna produce things. He's still gonna he's gonna be behind
the residual checks.
He's gonna get he's gonna be the money's gonna be there for him, but money has stopped completely for him when it comes down to things. Isn't he free?
Yep.
He's free, right?
He's at the crib.
But he still has another trial on him, right?
I don't know.
I thought he was done with
I think he still has one more trial against him. But that was what an interesting case there. That's
don't.
He's about to pass away anytime. But yeah, no, I just feel like it's just a slippery slope to walk down, and I feel like I can understand why people feel the way they feel because of the history that's been presented. But that case right there was just I was sitting there, and I've never felt sick, or I felt sick before by women. But right there, that woman, singular, she was crazy on another level. This woman had no remorse for everything. Did you hear her when she was...
Yeah, what a sick bitch.
No.
You said you was going to stop saying that.
No, I feel that way about her. She should.
No.
She's a sick bitch.
She needs to go.
She tried to murder him.
No, I know.
They were going to kill him.
Shoot his shit up.
That was a crazy.
That was her wording. Shoot his shit up. What does shit mean? Anything but him. Like that was her reasoning.
What a sicko.
Obviously I'm not gonna sit there and let that one case be the example for everything.
Yeah,
that's not what I'm
really
saying.
bad.
But I just feel like at the end of the day, like we have to sit there and just take the time to listen, but take the time to see the evidence as well. Because man, we just
I think we don't know balance. At first, no one cared about what we said. Now people just take it immediately to the heart, and it's just just do the work behind it. Don't automatically just believe the things that people say.
I think that has to happen though for people to find balance. I think you have to get
go extreme
on either side to find the balance of where you're going. So I get that too. Because I've seen people do that all the time. That's funny, but it's just a weird
slippery
situation.
slope.
Ugh.
But that girl is messed up. That was terrible, and I'm happy that man.
If she's not in prison, within the next couple of months,
what's that about?
You
don't think she should go to prison?
Yeah, I hope she fries. I hope they
fries. Never mind.
Rot.
She needs to rot in jail, prison, literally.
Yeah, she got somebody killed,
her brother.
It was her. I thought it was her
brother. It was her brother homeboy.
Her brother homeboy.
Yeah,
niggas in a pack.
That's so sad.
And she don't care about nothing.
Her
face said it all. She was just like.
Travis Rudolph was celebrating on live. You saw that?
Yeah.
He was like,
"Hey man."
Shout out G Herbo.
Hey man. For real, because
he'll still be live right now if you niggas ain't gas him up.
Come on, man.
I said, whoa.
Come on,
Can
man.
he do this?
I was so happy for him because I was like, man, like, could you imagine being like, man? No. And then they what's it called? They asked a great question on the Breakfast Club. What's it called? Nav and Carlos. They were sitting there and they're saying, would you stay? Because like she was married. So they said, would you like sit by her, like stick beside her in the trial as she's basically.
Hell no.
Like
I really don't.
Not only were you cheating on me,
Bro.
you tried to get this nigga murdered.
Yeah.
Bitch, who are you?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would do that. That don't make sense.
Devil fiend woman.
Okay. All right.
She was.
a devil
It's crazy to be mad about what you doing.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But.
So anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to
Accountability is crazy.